Happy Friday. We'll get to news at some point in the show because I am jam-packed for the next hour at least. We got Mayor Morrow, we got Tammy Smith and Precious joining us, and Sydney Sinks, we got Charles Mooneyham, we got the Heritage Run at Route 66 today, we got Rock the Block in Jersey, but it's a busy show. Man, it's going to look like 270 out there before we know it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's going to be a busy weekend in Grafton on June the 6th. There's a lot of fun.
Gosh, you're absolutely right. It's going to be very busy. You know, the dedication of the memorial is coming up in just, one day over a week.
What's it feel like to finally be at this point?
Well, as you know, we started this in December of 2022 when we created the commission, and in all of 23 we were working on getting it set up. We started a kickoff in October of 23 for the financing, and then of 24 in June on D-Day, we brought the foundry out with Caroline and Bronze, and they did all the scanning for the live models for the wall, and then, of course, they gave us an entire year of their floor time on their foundry to start creating these statues.
That's a big deal.
It was a big deal because he's an artist.
When everything comes together for that, and really when the pieces align to make this, I mean, whenever you take a look at these statues and this monument as a whole, I mean, it's beautiful. It's truly striking.
Just driving down the road, people are looking. I'm seeing as we're working on it still. We had a lot of rain days in May, which we're pushing some things off till after the 6th, but everything will be ready for the 6th, and that needs to be ready. Some of the things like fencing and other things like that will be after the 6th because of the rain.
Well, let me show you guys this now, just because we have it on the screen here. This is just what it looks like currently over here in Grafton, and just a beautiful, I mean, it's just breathtaking.
It's absolutely breathtaking as you go by, and it's just, they look realistic, lifelike, and I'll tell you, Tarleton Corporation did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And they're two steel workers, these young men. They had Andrew and Bobby. And they're the high guys that work on the high steel.
Well, it's, to me, also, after you get done with the statues, Mayor, you're also getting down there and working with the bluff and working with, the natural environment. What's that process look like to get them mounted on there and to get everything?
Well, that was a long process. As you remember, a year ago, we had them Tarleton come out, and we had to do testing on the rock wall, drilling and pull testing and so forth, and testing the glue, if you will, or whatever they call it, to make sure that the 500-pound weight is going to be held, and it passed with flying colors. And we got them mounted the week before last.
Man, that would have been a nerve-wracking couple of weeks for me waiting to see if that...
We found out right on the spot.
Oh, did you?
One of those, as I'm looking up at the gentleman who's testing and everything, he's pulling, he's got his gauges and all that, and then the kid, he kind of looks down at us and he... Big thumbs
there
up.
You go.
And then we checked all the data and everything, but it was great.
Well, just to refresh the public too, as we're heading into the 6th, and we'll talk about the event. It's a big one. Take us through why this design was chosen. And why we chose this point in history.
Well, I remember Lynn and I, my wife, we've been to Normandy 3 times at at Omaha Beach and then Pointe du Hoc and so forth. And after the 75th anniversary, when we came back, it was 2019, and we were driving down the river road. We just came out of Grafton, and we're chatting about something, and she looked up and pointed and said, "Oh, look, Pointe du Hoc." And I said, "Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fantastic?" Well, fast forward, I became mayor in 21, and I ran on 3 things. 1, don't take a salary, and I'm not still taking today. I give back to the city. 2, get the ferry running full time. We just did that.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
Thank you. But I didn't think it'd take 5 years. That's where I had George Andre come in and help us. He moved to Grafton, and he was the one that helped us get over the goal. And then number 3 was look for ways to honor our veterans. And so in December of 22, the city council, we created a commission, and we moved forward with that, and then the timeline as it went to do that. So,
well, and as we're here now on the 6th, and just hearing the buildup of this and seeing this, the moving parts of it, and so many people that have been a part of support of this too.
Yes.
It's really cool to see the community in the region truly come out and lift this up. As you guys spearheaded.
And we talk about the fundraising portion of that
that's
too,
huge.
is the fact that we were going out, we're getting small donations and so forth. And I will tell you, the smallest donation we got was from a lady. I call it the little old lady. She was at the Hainer Library when Warren Gold, our practitioner chaplain, and I were there.
He's an incredible guy.
And he'll be here, and wait till you hear his blessing. And while I'm talking about that, we're going to have the Ojibwe tribe honor guard come down from Minnesota to do the posting of the colors. And then Warren, who, as we know, is a Native American, our chaplain, will give the invocation.
Oh, wow.
Well, we were at the Hainer Library, and we were talking about this, and Warren was giving his speech. And afterwards, everybody lined up to talk to Warren, and this one lady came over to me, and she opened up her little coin purse, and she handed me a $5 bill. And she says, "This is for the memorial. I want to honor our veterans." Well, you know, if you know your Bible, the widow's mite, she gave all she had. And we treated that $5 like it was $5 million. Yep. And it was, I mean, it just tugs the heart. We've had veterans. I had a veteran come in who was diagnosed with Vietnam veteran with Agent Orange.
Oh, man.
He's dying, and he says, "I want this memorial to go." I'm not worried about the publicity or anything else. I just want this to go forward. And he gave us $1,000.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and you know it's just truly a beautiful story. And you know,
is.
you hear all these components and all these people that, you know, come together. And really, I think that's what makes Grafton so special too.
It does, but it was a slow process, and we're going to. But then all of a sudden, we had a transformational gift. $2.5 million from Jane and John Simmons.
Oh, that's right. That was the massive. That happened
was
last
the
year,
kickoff.
right?
That was last year. And what we did is overall we raised just about $3.5 million. Their transformational gift got us going. It got us the statues ordered, got everything going.
Got the train moving.
The funding started coming in. And the thing that I keep hearing is people saying, "Oh my gosh," when they see it, "it's really happening." And I say, "What do you think we've been doing the last 2 or 3 years?" But, I can understand that, because you don't see any progress. But now that we got the statues up, phase 1 is being finished up. We're on to phase 2, which is the museum.
Well, just to hear how the train gets moving, because I'm sure it gets frustrating at times. I mean, now that you're here, I mean, it's beautiful, but as you're getting there, it's like, okay.
A lot of speeches, a lot of talks, a lot of, where you're going out and that, but the word gets spread. And so I want to thank everybody that has had a part in supporting this, donating money from $5 all the way up to $2.5 million. I mean, you're all part of this wonderful, wonderful project.
You really are. And as we're going into that, you can see the event flyer on the screen here once I zoom in, because my eyes are bad, Mayor, I'm telling you. Okay, let's zoom in now because I can see this. The D-Day National Memorial Monument of Ascent celebration, dinner and the dance, and this is going to be really cool because it's 1940s themed, correct?
It is 1940s themed. It's going to be that night. I hate to tell you, all the tickets are sold out for this. Over 400 tickets we sold. The loading dock is packed.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yep, but I would tell you the dedication on D-Day. Let me tell you the events for that. But on this, the dance, that's going to be great.
You're going to be wearing your. Did you found your dress?
My dress, yeah. I did. Not my blues, my dress mess, which is different. I had to go through and I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm missing this mess." So it took me a little while to get it all back together. But I'll be wearing that. My wife ordered a gorgeous red dress, and all the ladies I've been talking to are ordering things online. One woman found an $8 dress from a thrift shop that's beautiful. So it's going to be a fun night.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well, take me through the day of.
The day of the dedication. Yeah. Here's the deal, is that there will be no parking on site. All the parking is at Raging Rivers. Thank you, Ken Handler, and thank you, Jeremy, and everybody at Raging Rivers for helping us. Yeah. They'll be parking there in the morning. It opens at 6:30. The Band of Brothers motorcycle group will be there to help get you on the park your vehicle and then get you on our free shuttles that take you right over to the event. And the event will kick off at 9:30 in the morning. Now, get there early because there's a lot of things to do. The 2nd Ranger Battalion, John Petrozinski, my top NCO, he's in charge of all the vehicle parking over there and everything on the site. We've arranged to have a lot of military vehicles come in. One of those is an M3 half-track being brought in on a lowboy the day before.
That's cool.
We've got 3 vehicles coming from the Commemorative Air Force across the river, and you'll have a lot of things to do there before the event.
That's so cool.
And then you'll be there when it kicks off at 9:30 because it's going to be, like I said, we've got the Ojibwe tribe coming down to do the posting of the colors. You don't want to miss that. We've got the TAPS, and we'll also have our Legion Post 648 and the VFW Post 805 in Fairview Heights. They'll be working to support us with the honor guard, and also 21 gun salute, the playing of taps, and so it's going to be a great packed morning.
It looked like just seeing some of the videos. It looked like you guys were out there the other day going through
every single day. Yes.
And just seeing all the different components of it. I mean, there's some really cool things here, man.
I want to give a shout out to Rhodes Printing and Technologies in Chicago. Elmer Rhodes, who's a veteran, has been a part of our group ever since we started, and we've got these beautiful big programs we pulled together. They're 4 or 5 pages long with all the information. On the one of the dedication day, every donor, every partner, every sponsor, and founding member and civilian member is listed in the program.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to be keepsakes. Elmer and his company are going to be printing all of those for free. And that's going to be 500 copies for the morning and
that's
500
expensive.
for the evening. It is, but he's also responsible for the big sign that you're going to see at the loading dock when you walk in. The big, beautiful NMMA logo coming into the loading dock. And, of course, the 2nd Ranger Battalion, they're going to have their encampment at the loading dock where they had their big wedding up on the bluffs overlooking the river. John Petrozinski is excited about this because he's going to spend Friday night and Saturday night camping out. But they'll have all their vehicles there, and you can go through the encampment. They take you through. They'll have displays on World War II. They'll have displays on Pointe du Hoc. And then, so it's going to be a great day.
It's going to be an awesome day. And you guys can find out more by going to graftonmemorial.org, and you can stay up to date. That way I'll show you the website now so you can stay up to date and see some of the in the making photos too. That's pretty cool.
And now the nice thing is that when you go on this website the day of, if you can't make it, here are a couple of things. It's going to be live streamed at the loading dock at the bar area, so you can sit there and watch it. Or you could go to our website, click on it, and you'll be live streamed on our website. And we're also going to have our commissioners in France that will be live streamed. They'll be watching it.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, and really, what I think is so cool about this is you said this before, years ago, or 2 years ago now, I think, on the show, that this is going to be one of these things that people want to come and see.
It's an international draw already, yes.
And it's proven to be so just in the last couple of weeks, and seeing, every regional outlet really picking it up, and also some, out of, state outlets too picking it up. It's been really, beautiful to see that.
And our documentary crew with Tom Bell BPS Videos, they've been working nonstop over the whole 3-year period. I've got to see the first 30 minutes of this hour-long document that we're pulling together for it. It brought tears to my eyes, and it's not even, you'll be filming everything here for the dedication.
Mayor, with that being said, what's the best way to get all the up-to-date information on the dedication that day and how we can be a part of it and celebrate with it?
I'd say call Brittany Weber, but she'd shoot me. Now, the best way to do that is go to our website, and then we've got all the information that's loaded up on there. And absolutely, if you've got an issue or so forth, Brittany takes a call, I'll take a call. We have veterans. I had a veteran call, and I don't know, do you know Art Williams?
Yeah.
He's 102-year-old veteran. He'll be there. I've got a family flying in from San Diego, California, who is their father climbed Pointe du Hoc.
Oh, wow.
We've got a lot of these things coming in dignitaries, so it's going to be huge.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I just think it's, it's really unique to have this, and it's such a privilege too, and it takes a lot to get something like this really set in stone, and no pun intended there.
Speaking of set in stone, this is the first annual.
Yeah.
And then at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the Band of Brothers motorcycle group, plus I don't know how many more they've got, they're going to be coming to the event, and they will be laying a wreath at 1 o'clock. And this is going to be their first annual run. And that will every year they'll take place, and they're going to donate 60% of the profits to the memorial.
That's really just going to be so cool.
It is great.
Seriously, after all this, just congratulations on getting this finally through to the finish line, but also just to see this was going to be really cool for the region. And, it's great that this is going to be an annual thing, but just to be a part of it, I'm sure for all the folks that have rolled up their sleeves and said, let's get to this, is going to be a really cool day for everybody.
It is, and we're grateful for every single one.
Well, before I let you go, for the folks in St. Louis, how do they get to you from the ferry?
Oh, how do they get? Just come across the river down through St. Charles, and just pop right across.
It's a big deal. I think that is the coolest
thing. It is a huge deal. Like I told people, that was one of the things I ran on, Promise, but I didn't realize it'd take 5 years.
Well, it's here now, and it's here right in time.
And like I told you before we started, is that our first month was in April. We kicked off on the 10th. We had to close for 5 days for high water. I figured we were going underwater on that first month,
Yeah.
But because we needed to have at least 200 cars to average. Well, we didn't make that. We made 210 average on an 18-month day. We made a profit. So the ferry company's happy. We're ecstatic. She had the biggest smile on her face when she came in. And this month, when we had the flea market, we got the memorial, all these things coming up, it's going to be another great month. So Grafton, it's a game changer for the region.
It absolutely is, Mayor. Thank you so much for your time, as always.
Thank you, CJ.
We will link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com, and we'll see you on June the 6th in Grafton for just a great day, not only for Grafton, the region, too.
Absolutely.
A quick break. A busy 9 o'clock hour continues next.